I knew it was you. I knew you had it in you. I'm Lake, the fantasy god, and I'm here to help you win your leagues. I'm here to help you become a legend. I'm here to help you become a dog. Dog sounder because I'm a fucking dog. And today, I like to add that I'm not late, actually. I'm here to give y'all advice on time today. All my episodes is late, so this is the first on time episode. So y'all better appreciate that. I'm in the Illuminati. I sold my soul. And this shit don't come how you want it to. So, we're going to go with today our start sit weekly every Saturday. It's called Saturday Start Sit with the Fantasy Guy. Every Saturday, coming at you hard and fast. Like I said, um we got a Viagra sponsor that's coming, and we got a food truck sponsor that's coming. More news. Just like, subscribe for a chance to win a Ghetto Care Pack. That is a pack of ramen noodles, some Doritos, and also a Kool-Aid pouch. The fantasy guy cares. The fantasy guy loves you. Over the weekend, I've experienced a lot of, um, on Twitter, a lot of blackballing, a lot of scheming in the fantasy world. And what I don't like, and why I've come to save the fantasy world, is because fantasy has been AI botted. People AI this and AI that. We don't do that over at Grand Prix Fantasy. We offer strict eyeball analysis. We offer behind these glasses, I got beautiful ass eyes and it can spot football talent. That was just my gift. Other than that, I was a rapper in my past life. Fuck. Fuck. I was a rapper. Fuck is you talking about? So at the end of the day, this is our week 2 Saturday start sit. And we're gonna get it rolling. We got the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. Kyler Murray, great start. The Panthers are ass. You got that? Okay. James Conner, great start. The Panthers are ass. Okay. Trey Benson, probably not. Trey McBride, great start. The Panthers are ass. Marvin Harrison Jr., the Panthers are ass. But he might boom bust today. I would be scared if I had Marvin Harrison in my lineup, to be honest. I don't believe in Marvin Harrison Jr. He's not his daddy. So, on the Carolina side, Bryce Young, do not start Bryce Young. Please don't. That Cardinals defense is real good, and this is a good DST setup for the Carolina for the Cardinals for sure. Ted McMillan, he'll get a lot of garbage time. Chuba Hubbard, he'll get a lot of garbage time stuff. So I'm starting Chuba Hubbard. I like Chuba Hubbard. That was a bright spot on the Panthers. Um, Ted McMillan, you're not starting Leggett. Anybody else is a wash. Um, you know, we know who's startable and unstartable at this point. So the next game, we have the Atlanta Falcons versus the Minnesota Vikings. So in this game, we got uh, Michael Penix starting out. I do believe that Brian Flores will get to him. The fantasy guy does not believe in Michael Penix to the point where he can get over a top 3 defense. That's not sustainable fantasy football. Drake London, he'll catch a touchdown. He'll catch something. It's Drake London. He'll catch something. He'll catch something. And we always let the Vikings always let people come back. So I do believe in garbage time points for Drake London. I do believe that if Darnell Mooney plays, he would be a good start. I also do believe that uh uh Bijan Robinson, obviously we started Bijan Robinson. That really might be the only reason that they stick in the game is Bijan Robinson. Um, so yeah, start your Falcons. It's gonna be Sunday night. Sunday night games usually perform, and Atlanta don't got no great defense for this to be like a defensive slugfest. Unless JJ McCarthy get another slow start, but I feel like Kevin O'Con, he gonna get that right because he always get it right. Kyle Pitts, uh, start. The Vikings like to let one thing about being a Vikings fan is they like to let garbage motherfuckers, get good games in. Motherfuckers that you would never expect type shit. So yeah. Kyle Pitts is a good start probably. Um, and before I get to the Vikings, you don't ask me why I got a blanket on today. If you at work and you not comfortable like this, then you need to quit your motherfucking job. You understand? If you at work and you not living like this, if you not comfy, if you not in your element, then why the fuck is you there? I'm in my element. My mama upstairs, my stepdaddy upstairs. I get organic. Anyway, Minnesota Vikings. What we gonna do? We are going to start. I honestly start JJ McCarthy. I feel like if you hurting that quarterback, or if you got an injury or in super flex, I'll start JJ McCarthy. Not a single quarterback league. You should have a quarterback that's not developing. JJ McCarthy is still developing. He's in his development stage. So you should have somebody else. Um, Justin Jefferson, obviously. I'm not starting Adam Thielen, even though he did catch a 2 point conversion, but he's not a volume receiver at this point as what he used to, and you can start to see it show. But he's just there for red zone shit. To me, to be honest, that's what I see. He growing his hair. He was trying to ride off into the sunset. We got um Aaron Jones. You starting Aaron Jones. Jordan Mason is a good start because he getting goal line touches. I'm not starting Jordan Mason because I'm a drafter, and luckily I have three running backs better than Jordan Mason on my team because I'm a real drafter. I'm the fantasy god, and if you listen to me, you would know the way. But since you didn't know the way, and I gotta show you the way, then we gonna get there. Damn. So next time, tight ends, Hawkinson, uh, Hawkinson. I don't know, man. I just feel like he just better for since he came back, he's just better on the football field rather than fantasy. So I don't know, man. I wouldn't be hyped about it. I would start Harold Fannin over Hawkinson if I had Harold Fannin. I would start I'll start Chiga Conquo. I- You know, I'll start man, honestly, cause look, man, duh. It's a developing quarterback, and it's too many people to throw to, and he gotta get the ball to Jefferson. So yeah, um, explaining myself too much. I'm the fantasy guy. What I say is what I say. So we gonna go with what I say from now on. Ravens, Cleveland. We got Lamar. We obviously, we love Lamar over here. Dog sounder, cause Lamar's a fucking dog, man. Shout out to Lamar Jackson. Um, Yeah, shout out Derrick Henry. He's definitely doing his thing. That's probably, I don't know. Maybe the fantasy guy was wrong. Not the first time I've been wrong, but we always right. Um, but I never. It's nothing like about the production. I just fear that them niggas just going too fucking crazy. At some point, like Christian McCaffrey, he was going too fucking crazy. It's your time, bro. The fantasy guys hand pass the torch for you, unless you Tom Brady and you got a Illuminati deal. We starting our Ravens. Zay Flowers, we start. Zay Flowers is boom bust. So he could have gave you all them points last week. Just know, don't be disappointed if he don't give it to you. If you got a more consistent receiver, but you probably don't because you drafted him in the fifth round, like a dumbass. Sorry, fantasy guy is an asshole. Regular guy is an asshole. It be kids dying. but it's just random, nigga. Anyway, Mark Andrews. I start Mark Andrews. I ain't gonna lie. Where a lot of people wouldn't go, I zig. I zig. You know you can't be emotional in this fantasy shit. That's how you lose. Browns. Obviously not Joe Flacco. If I didn't have no options, if my running backs was looking dark, if I had somebody like Pacheco, I start Quinshaw over Pacheco. If I had somebody like Kenneth Walker, I would start Quinshaw over Kenneth Walker. I ain't gonna lie. Fantasy God take risks, and that's why Fantasy God is 2-0 in his two leagues. Fuck. Yeah. So Cedric Tillman, if you need a flex, Cedric Tillman would be a good flex because the Ravens got smacked. Even though Josh Allen is good, the Ravens got smacked. I start Cedric Tillman. I'm not starting Jerry Judy. Jerry Judy was good for Jameis Winston. That's it. That's all. And Dylan Sampson, he know the offense more. So if you need a flex, Dylan Sampson should be a good flex. He's still gonna get all the pass catching work. I believe this Browns backfield could do a little something. It's not gonna be all year long. I feel like Judkins just gonna take over, but it's not gonna be all year long. Okay, so yeah. Bills. We got Bills and the Jets. So with the Bills and the Jets, these usually turn out to real crummy games. Josh Allen is not like that good in division. Like he'll blow up in a divisional game, but luckily the Jets defense got chopped up by Aaron Rodgers. So it could go either way with Josh Allen. That's why I don't like Josh Allen because in these division games it get crumbly. But I do feel like they got chopped up by Aaron Rodgers. They get chopped up by Josh Allen. We starting Josh Allen. We starting all Bills players. Cause they got chopped up by Aaron fucking Rodgers. I don't care if Aaron Rodgers knew what was going on. They got chopped up by Aaron Rodgers, bro. So yeah, like that, man. We starting as far as the wide receivers go. I wouldn't start Keon Coleman. I feel like that's Sauce Gardner territory. Um, After that, I'll start Khalil Shakir. Khalil Shakir and Josh Allen always. I'll start Khalil Shakir in a flex. You should have two wide receivers on your roster better than Khalil Shakir. If you don't, then you're in fucking trouble. Khalil Shakir always flex in divisional games because he that easy target. Cause Josh Allen is inside. He passes on the inside in division games. So we got Dalton Kincaid. Now Dalton Kincaid caught that touchdown. It's not gonna be every week, or it's not gonna be every week, man. Don't rely on Dalton Kincaid. Do not get your hopes up on Dalton Kincaid. Um, do not start any running backs behind James Cook. And that's pretty much the Bills' offense. As far as the Jets are concerned, you're starting Justin Fields because of garbage time, and the Bills gonna score. The Bills are going to score. So you want to make sure that you are starting your Jets because they're gonna have to score, and Justin Fields is gonna do a lot of running. Start Garrett Wilson for a lot of. He's a number one target. I don't see the connection always working out. I feel like Justin Fields is just gonna have games where Garrett Wilson ain't involved because he just he not that if you take away they gonna start game filming on him and they gonna start doubling Garrett Wilson and seeing if he can go to other options. So Garrett Wilson is not gonna be all year, but I like him against the Bills. They don't have a dominant cornerback. Um, all other players in the I say start Brees Hall. He's looking explosive. I feel like they could keep Brees Hall all year. I just don't see it working out all year. Braylon Allen. He had these sneaky pop up games. He might score a touchdown, but I wouldn't start him. I wouldn't rely on that. Just keep him good stash, good stash. And Isaiah Davis might be a good stash later on in the year as well. Just saying. You heard it here first. So after that, after the Bills and the Jets, we have uh the Lions and the Bears. So the Lions and the Bears, I got Jared Goff. Um, probably not a good start. They figuring it out still. Jameer Gibbs will run all over the Bears. I firmly believe that, and David Montgomery probably gonna get a touchdown. I'm calling it David, and I'm putting that on my parlay. That anytime David Montgomery touchdown, bet that. Um, so wide receivers, we starting them on Ross St. Brown. I know I said Jared Goff is not a good start, but you start him on Ross St. Brown because he the safe man. JMO, I don't know, man. I'm starting JMO in my main league in the flex, but that's because I'm waiting on Rasheed Rice. I'm waiting on a couple rookies on my bench to turn up. I'm waiting on Jordan Mason to get his opportunity. I'm waiting on other people. So JMO is more like a placeholder to me, and that's where he should be for you. You should not be relying on JMO unless you just got like Christian McCaffrey and Derrick Henry start. And JMO is your wide receiver too. That I understand that, but I don't understand it if that's not the case. Bears. Caleb Williams is a good start because he scrambles. So he's always, no matter how you feel about him, no matter how you feel about him in the real world, in the fantasy world, Caleb Williams is a good start. And if you don't have a quarterback who is going against, if you have a quarterback who's going against a stout defense and they don't have a rushing floor, I would go Caleb Williams. Um, DeAndre Swift, I heard they was gonna get Kyle Monangai involved. They offensive line. The reason why I like Caleb Williams is he gonna be running for his life, but a running back can't run for his life behind a bad offensive line. So do not start DeAndre Swift. Do not start Kyle Monangai. Don't get tricked into that. I wouldn't be starting Roman Dunze. If you start Roman Dunze, I'm sorry. I was real high on Roman Dunze until I figured out that Caleb Williams was not it, bro. Caleb Williams is not in their real life. So yeah, that's the Lions and the Bears. Blah, blah. Like, subscribe, share with a friend. You feel me? Turn me up. You know what I'm saying? This Grand Prix Fantasy. I'm positive. I'm great today. I'm feeling good. I'm snug in my blanket. Yeah. Yeah. So it's time to get more buckets. Yeah. So we got the Jaguars and the Bengals. Jaguars. We starting Trevor Lawrence. If you drafted Travis Hunter, I would not start him in this game. He has a heavy duty on his hands. He got a heavy ass duty on his hands. I mean, he probably would get burnt and get mad. Matter of fact, we starting Travis Hunter. If you got Travis Hunter, put him in the flex. Throw him in the flex. If you got him, fuck it. This is what you drafted Travis Hunter for. I didn't have enough balls for that. This year, I don't believe in Trevor Lawrence. I got a lot of Brian Thomas Jr., but even that's not working out. It's gonna work out, but it's just not working out right now. So yeah, throw in Travis Hunter. Obviously, we starting Brian Thomas because you drafted him in the second round, like me, idiot sometimes. But because hey, you know what it is. I wouldn't start Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is ass. He's ass. He good for like 5, 6, 7 games a year, like a shootout. But and then 5, 6, 7 games be fire. I ain't gonna lie, but outside of the Jaguars, I feel like the wide receivers, um, or the running backs. I'm sorry, uh, or yeah, the running backs. We start in Travis Etienne, but by Bashaw Tootin. Travis Etienne is made of sticks. I keep saying this. The fantasy guy can only hope that you get this information before it land on you. Grab Bashaw Tootin. He's a termite. Wide receivers, or I'm sorry, tight ends. So tight ends, start Brendan Strange. If you heard that tight end, if you one of those people that's, I wouldn't start him over Brock Bowers. I heard Brock Bowers gonna play, but if you one of them people that's iffy at tight end, I'm not. Cause if you would have listened to the fantasy guy would have told you to draft Tucker Kraft. It rhymes. Kraft and draft rhyme. Kraft, cheese, Green Bay. Simple formulas, man. Fantasy don't gotta be hard. Um, yeah, start Brendan Strange. And yeah, that's that for that game. Uh, oh, the Bengals. So Joe Burrow, we starting Joe Burrow. We firing up Chase Brown. We are firing up. We are firing up Jamar Chase. We are firing up T Higgins. Cause you got to. Some people T Higgins. I don't draft T Higgins because he boom bust and he a 50-50 ball catcher. But you drafted him high, you gotta start him. You gotta start him, and you locked into it. Unless you trade, I would trade T Higgins for AJ Brown right now. Free, it's the same profile, but you get a top five boom bust. You get a top three boom bust. I I would rather go with the top three boom bust who's the number one and not the number two. Drafting the number two in fantasy is not, you just want to draft T Higgins to have fun. I love T Higgins though, for real. But amazing, but it's 50 the 50-50 game not fantasy relevant. I would start Noah Fant. If you struggle in that tight end and you looking at, I think Noah Fant is a good option. You can ask in the comments. I'll be in the comments all day. In the comments, if you want to know who would I start him over. So we got the Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. So the Giants, we got Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is a great start. He's going to torch them. CeeDee Lamb, he's angry. He's going to torch them, and they're going to give him targets to prove that he's just not a pass dropper. Luckily, I escaped my CeeDee Lamb week with a win while going against him. So, that's that. George Pickens, I would start George Pickens. The Giants don't have a cornerback of note. So George Pickens should catch a touchdown, or he should catch some big plays this week. He was bound to catch one. I just traded George Pickens. I would trade George Pickens for Tyreek Hill right now. Before Tyreek Hill get traded, trade George Pickens for Tyreek Hill right now if you can, or add George Pickens in a piece for Tyreek Hill, like a running back, like a rookie running back or something. Um, Giants. Malik Neighbors was my number one player that I had this year. Because I thought that Russell Wilson was a better quarterback than he had last year, and he still put up 1K. But Russell Wilson and the offensive line are garbage, and they need some young meat in there. They need Jackson Dart. Hell, they need Jameis Winston. I thought that it was three layers of better quarterback play. So it only makes sense for Malik Neighbors to win. Now, he'll still hold the bridge. And Malik Neighbors, don't panic on Malik Neighbors, because that's what happened last year. People panicked on Malik Neighbors, and what? You feel me? But it turns out that Russell Wilson is not a better quarterback than Daniel Jones at this point in his career. So, hey, fuck it. Fantasy football. Hey, it is what it is. Anyway, so outside of that, I'm not starting no New York players. None. None. Maybe Wandale Robinson, because Russell Wilson loved Wandale Robinson in a deep 14 team league. He loved Wandale Robinson because he loved that safe. It's like Khalil Shakir. Um, yeah, Khalil Shakir, NFC East. Wandale Robinson. So that's where that come in. Yeah, not starting any Giants players outside of Malik Neighbors. And please give us Broncos versus Colts. Broncos versus Colts. We start in Bo Nix. I feel like this is going to be a testament of to see if the Colts was a fluke, and Bo Nix was just getting comfortable. Bo Nix can run too, so if he got to run, he gonna run. We start in Bo Nix. R.J. Harvey. Not a good start this week. J.K. Dobbins, not a good start this week. That Colts run D, if the Broncos gonna get it done today, is gonna be through the passing game. Daniel Jones. If you in a super flex league, start Daniel Jones if you hurting that quarterback. If you don't got if you got a hurt quarterback or if your quarterback got a bad matchup, start Daniel Jones. It's gonna be a high. It's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be a high scoring affair. Um, after halftime, start Jonathan Taylor because you drafted him high. You might as well. What the fuck? Uh, start Tyler Warren, like the Colts. Obviously, we had the Packers and Commanders game already. So the Packers and Commanders game, my thoughts. If you drafted Matthew Golden, ha 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 ha. I told you. If you would have listened to the fantasy guy in the first place, committee receiver teams, Bills, Chiefs, Packers. Those teams are some of the best teams because it's you don't gotta throw to nobody specific. Matthew Golden will be boom bust because that is his profile. I continue to say it. Josh Jacobs, RB top 5 RB throughout the year. That's he's gonna unless he get hurt. And then Jordan Love, Jordan Love, he not gonna have that passing volume because the defense so good. So yeah, so that's how I feel about that. So the passing volume, but Tucker Kraft, if you got Tucker Kraft, he's wide receiver one. I got Tucker Kraft. I celebrated. I had pizza. I had some Spreckers root beer, and I celebrated on drafting Tucker Kraft. Flame, flame approved. All right. The Buccaneers play Houston this week. So the Buccaneers play Houston this week. So obviously we starting Baker, fire him up. I'm not gonna say too much. I called the Mecca Ibuka success. I called it. It made too much sense. Start a Mecca Ibuka. Micah Evans, he gonna have that Derek Stingley matchup. So it's gonna be a Mecca Ibuka again. I'm not worried about Chris Godwin coming back. It's gonna be difficult. Maybe I don't even think it's gonna be difficult. I just think Emeka Ibuka ran away with it. But that's me. I'm biased. Hey, I'm the fantasy guy, and I stand on my takes, and I believe in who I believe in, just like I believe in myself. Bucky Irvin, we firing up Bucky Irvin until he get hurt, and Rashad White becomes a top 10 RB the rest of the year. K Dotton, no, I would not start K Dotton. He was good. He was good because they needed him in that Chris Godwin role. But and then Houston, that offensive line is poor. I'm not starting C.J. Stroud. I wouldn't want to start Nico Collins. Nico Collins is man. It's gonna be a boom bust year for Nico Collins because you feel me. It's just gonna be boom bust for Nico Collins. It's gonna be boom bust all year because that offensive line, when they go against real defenses, that offensive line is not going to hold nobody. So and it only get worse. People only get more injured as the season go on. So it's bad right now. So Jaden Higgins, I'm not starting unless you in a deep league. Start Jaden Higgins if you in a deep league, but I don't know. Running backs, I'm not starting Nick Chubb. I'm not starting Nick Chubb. I'm not starting nobody behind Nick Chubb. I'm not starting none of that. And yeah, so yeah, just Nico Collins because you drafted him so high, he might catch a touchdown. But that line is atrocious, and they going against a top defensive line going forward. So, like, comment, subscribe for a chance to win a Ghetto Care Pack. We going up. We got 2 subscribers. Yeah, we have 2 subscribers. Keep locking in with me. It's gonna be a rough ride, but the fantasy guy will be on top. Promise that. I promise. I'll be the top 10 YouTubers you ever seen in your life. On my soul. Just off this. Just off this. Just off the sauce. This is how I'm gonna make it to the NFL. Get fantasy guy to the NFL. Link the fantasy guy with the NFL. We gonna start a hashtag. Fantasy Guide to the NFL as an analyst. That's my dream job. Get us there. I'm manifesting it right now. Eagles and Chiefs. So the Eagles, start your Eagles, start all of your Eagles. AJ Brown, start him because he might have one of them boom bust games. You might be too late because all AJ Brown owners need is that one glimpse of hope. So trade for AJ Brown before the game. Cause I did a trade. I'm doing trades right now, and yeah, you get to keep him for that last game, but that's his player is mine after he do good. So Devontae Smith, go get Devontae Smith, um, or start Devontae Smith. He tear up the Chiefs every time. He might not go crazy this time because people know, and the NFL kind of funny how they do like what I'm saying, the little shit. So he might. I don't know. I don't know. He. I feel like he could shred. He could shred him. Tight end. We not starting the Eagles tight end. We not starting. Kansas City got a good defense. Kansas City not starting no Chiefs. Not starting any Chiefs except for Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt is tough enough to get some touchdowns, but other than that, mm-mm. Not starting Pacheco. Not starting Mahomes. I wouldn't start Mahomes. I wouldn't start Mahomes in a single or a super flex maybe, but I wouldn't do it. Yeah. Not starting Kelsey. He's washed. It's over. He's married. He knew it. That's why he got married to Taylor Swift. He probably love her. Who knows? The fantasy god knows. So the next game we got the Raiders and the Chargers. Now, Geno Smith. Geno Smith. Start him against the Chargers. The Chargers are a high shootout team. Geno Smith is I keep saying this. Geno Smith is just undervalued. He saved teams every year. Start Brock Bowers. Even half 70% of Brock Bowers are still clear to NFL. He's a monster. I wouldn't start Ginty. Ginty's a bust. Start Jacoby Myers. Start Jacoby Myers. Start Jacoby Myers. After that, we got Chargers. Start Justin Herbert. Obviously, we starting him in single quarterback leagues. Unless you got Drake May, I'll start Drake May over Justin Herbert. Fantasy God is gonna start doing his rankings. But I feel like I need to grow my following before I start releasing rankings because ain't nobody gonna care about my rankings. If you know what I'm saying, y'all gotta spread the word. Don't just watch, share my shit. You feel me? Share, show the love. Don't be afraid to show the fantasy guy love because I'm gonna make it to the NFL with or without you. I'm gonna be an NFL analyst with or without you. I'm doing this so I could be a NFL fantasy analyst. I'm gonna bridge the gap. Like, subscribe until then. This the journey. The journey to the NFL episode. So yeah, yeah, y'all, yeah, yeah. So no bullshit. And I felt that in my chest. No bullshit. No bullshit. I got hot. No bullshit. Start Quentin Johnson. Start all. This is gonna be a fucking shootout. Start all your Chargers. Start all your Raiders. I don't care if you got a Charger. If you got a motherfucking Raider. If you got you in a deep league, throw Dante Thornton in the flex. You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle some. This a shootout. I feel like this gonna be one. This probably gonna be the biggest shootout, probably of the week. Besides Houston and Buccaneers, or that Houston Buccaneers, or uh the Bills and the Jets. So yeah. So we got the 49ers and the Saints. Um, just start Christian McCaffrey. Just start Christian McCaffrey. Don't you not gonna know which 49ers wide receiver gonna get in. You don't know. Cause Mac Jones been working with the twos. He's more familiar with the twos. So you might see somebody with a game that blow up, and hell, it shit you only it could be Jacob Cowan that fucking blow up with Mac Jones. He's used to the twos. So Jake Tongas might be a good start because Jacob Tongas is a backup tight end. He worked with Mac Jones. So I would say Jacob Tongas might be a brilliant, deep sleeping this week. Yeah. Other than that, uh, I provide real analysis, of course. You feel me? Uh, so other than that, we got the Saints. I'm not starting no Saints with Spencer Rattler as a quarterback. Alvin Kamara, because you drafted him so high, but I don't feel good about that, bro. Like the 49ers, if the 49ers only got to lock in on defense, and they don't got to lock in on offense, they just got to lock in on defense, they going to lock in on your ass. You crazy? Shit, don't be crazy, man. Don't be crazy, man. So yeah. Uh oh. The Seahawks and the Steelers. So we are starting no quarterbacks in this matchup. This is gonna be a defensive game, man. Two defensive minded coaches going at it. I don't want no parts. I feel like DK Metcalf is gonna have one of his big games. It's gonna be boom and bust this year, but DK Metcalf is start DK Metcalf. But other than that, I don't want to touch this. It's kind of gross. We got uh so we got DK Metcalf, running backs. I would start. I wouldn't start no running back for the Steelers. Arthur Smith, man. As a matter of fact, DK Metcalf might be a rough start because of Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith is the biggest fantasy enemy. Uh, other team, we got the Seahawks. Start your Jackson Smith the Jigba. He tears the fucking Steelers off. He tear the Steelers off all the time. Don't ask me how I know. Just look it up. The last time when he went against the Steelers, Jackson Smith Najigba. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not starting Cooper Cup. Not starting neither Seahawks running back. Maybe Sharps in a flex in a deep league, but even that, I don't think so. Um, so uh we got Rams and Titans. I'm gonna wrap this up surely. So we got the Rams. The Rams, we starting everything until Matthew Stafford go down with the slip back disc. We starting everything on the Rams except for the backups. And then Titans. We got we not starting Cam Ward. We not starting. I'm not starting no Titans. None. Nah, I feel like the Rams gon' run at them, and Cam Ward just figuring it out. So there's your analysis for the week. Start sit every Saturday weekly show. Thank you for giving me your time. The Fantasy God is much appreciative. The Fantasy God is much grateful, much gratitude. Thank you. Want you like, subscribe, share. This has been another successful episode of the Grand Prix Fantasy Show. Make it home safe, guys. We out.